welcome back to another episode of Bach on the Jazz Bass. I'm still Frode Berg, and today we're going to talk about and discuss the minuetto. The minuetto consists of two parts, minuetto 1 and minuetto 2, and they are contrasting in tonality. The first is in the tonality of the suite, G major, and minuetto 2 is in G minor. The form here is minuetto 1 with repeats, followed by minuetto 2 with repeats, and then finally minuetto 1 again without repeats. It's like an early AABA form, a form we see all through the history of music, and even in jazz and popular music today. So the first half of the first minuetto starts out in our native G major, moving via C major to D7. Quite standard cadence there. And the way I'd like to play this now is with the open G as before and the harmonic on the D string, and then I use my third finger on the high B. So the first phrase. So I use open G and then the harmonic D and the third finger on the B, and before moving the thumb to the A and staying in that position, only stretching the thumb down to the harmonic D at the end of the second measure. Actually not the harmonic, but the press down, because I use a pull-off which is essentially just a pizzicato from the left hand to give an illusion of the legato, or not an illusion, but to give it a legato feel. 2 and 2 notes legato there. So I stay in position there with the thumb on the E. On the trill I do the same as in the previous movements. I like to trill it between the second and first finger. You might find it easier with third and second finger, whatever works. And then I shift for the ending of the trill, the A and the B. And I find it easier to actually press down the D rather than play the harmonic, to get it in tune for some reason. And going on, I press down the A. You can use a harmonic, but on my bass the harmonic kind of has too much oomph, too much low frequencies, so I prefer to press it down. It's clearer. In the 7th bar I move the thumb to the F sharp and play the first 5 notes in that position, and then I shift again to the E with the thumb, so I get the F sharp on the first finger. Then I prefer to press down the D, since it's the last note of the melody, and then harmonic and open string. I think it suits better than, because then they are a little bit too similar in character. Okay, going on. Yeah, so here I like to start it out with a D on the first finger and the thumb on the F sharp. And then I shift and I stay in that position for a few notes. Then I shift out of there to go to the B and the D. And then I stretch the thumb down to the A. And I pull off down to the C and I shift. Going on. I use the open G in that bar, so and I stay in the position I ended, having the A on the thumb, and then I shift down to the A on the first finger, and new shift, and then shift out of thumb position. Going on then, in the same position, I have experimented here with playing. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, that might be a good idea to actually play it. I need to practice that. It's a short shift, but it's still a shift. Going from the fourth finger on the C to the thumb on the B to a hammer-on. So I'll keep practicing that. Yep, that's how I'm going to do it. So I stay in thumb position after the C sharp. I just stretch it down to the E, because then the rest is in the same position. And the final few bars of this Minuetto 1 this kind of fingering, so thumb, thumb, with a hammer on and then a shift. So we crab upwards with the thumb. And then the same. And then, so there is quite a long shift. All the way from the high D down to the first finger on the F sharp. So the final few bars there. It's going to take a bit more practice, I can feel that. But I think it's good reason to do it that way, so I'll keep practicing it. So that will actually be it for this episode, and next week we'll tackle the second part of the Minuetto 2. And please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button below. And I'll see you in a week for the second Minuetto.